What's going on, everyone? It's Tim, and I just wanted to talk about cleanspark and VGX Voyager Digital in this video really quick. Now, we did have a really rough day on the market. Bitcoin just absolutely tanked, and I mean the whole market tanked, to be honest. I mean, just look at this sea of red. Our CPI numbers definitely tanked the market. And surprisingly, for how volatile VGX can be, it surprisingly didn't really lose all that much. I mean, we are down 5%, but it's kind of crazy when you think over these last couple of weeks how much it's ran up with Bitcoin and the market. It's surprisingly not tanking with the market, and I think it might be due to its auction being today, and obviously the fact that many people can't even sell or buy, but I just kind of find it funny. And one thing I think you need to look out for, because this definitely trades patterns, as you can see, I pointed this out, it broke down, we came into this wedge. Once it broke out of this wedge, it started running into this ascending channel, pulled back down, uses its previous peak as a support, uses its previous peak as a support again, went on this nice little uptrend, broke it, and now is getting caught with a little bit of indecision. That volatility is tightening up, and I think you need to watch out for this pattern. If it breaks to the upside, we're likely to push higher again, and this might also play with any news that comes out today, so definitely keep an eye on it. And I will leave you an article below that's supposed to be updated live anytime there's a new update. But this is basically all we have to go off of. The same deal, you know, the 88 buyers and just the mention of the auction. Just look for any update in this. I believe they will update this article on any new news that comes out. And really quickly, guys, before I'm going into cleanspark, I wanted to show you Bitcoin, and it literally just took almost all of its gains back after its nice little run up it had after this cup and handle here. And guess what we just saw, guys? We saw a rejection of this downtrend reversal, and we are very likely to test some lower levels. And now we're just resting in the middle of this sideways channel we were stuck in for quite a while previously, before it went on its exponential run here. But this is definitely a huge drop, and eventually it will recover. I'm obviously confident in Bitcoin. I just wasn't surprised by this move, but as I've said before, I personally think it's an amazing deal under 20,000, and even up to around 30,000 is still great for DCA in my opinion. Now, looking at cleanspark, once it failed, it gapped down and formed a new pattern to watch. Now you see that it did fill its last gap here, and it could possibly run up in an attempt to fill this gap. The market definitely did overreact in my opinion, and could bounce before possibly falling further or deciding to go on a short-term uptrend. So essentially we're almost back to where all these gains started, and here's a great example. I mean, look at the SPY right here. Here's the market. You'll see that we are almost back to these levels we were on before our nice little hyped up rally that we had until that CPI news dropped. I personally wouldn't be very surprised to see a bounce, but I also wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit of more of a pullback before finally bouncing, finding support at least for the SPY right around 390 before bouncing up again. But this 390 on the SPY is going to be very important to watch, and if we fail that, we're coming down to the low 380s likely. But how are you guys feeling today in the market? Are you a happy buyer? Are you a bit discouraged? Do you think we're headed much lower, or do you think we're due for a little bounce here? Do you think this is a little bit of an overreaction? And don't forget to keep an eye on VGX. We will be getting some auction updates very soon.